bit of a different setup. But we're watching Zackdfilms. Y'all should know what this is. He's been popping up everywhere. I think he records like kind of like informational, crazy content. So let's just see what's popping off.
The mother and son trapped inside, and as they tried to escape, they were pulled away by the current. The woman was able to push her son up on the bank, but was swept away before she could get out. She screamed for help, and a homeless man's dog heard her cries. It barked frantically, and this alerted the man, who quickly ran to help. He managed to grab a hold of her and pull her from the creek. They both survived and made a full recovery, all thanks to a homeless man and his dog. The car was swept into the flood.
Like,
if you pull a string tight between two empty cans,
I do be
asking AI to draw animals as superheroes.
I have seen some of Zackdfilms shit now.
It locked its talons into the back of the goat. Then it dragged the animal toward the cliff's edge. The goat kicked and twisted, trying to escape as they both dropped down the mountainside. But as they launched over the cliff, the eagle let go and flew away, and the goat slammed into the rocks below. The eagle swooped down, eating what was left at the bottom. It locked its talons. He rode his motorcycle without a helmet, and the police gave him a fine. But he was an electrician with access to the power grid, so he checked the records and found the police station hadn't paid its bill in 3 years. Now this bill was incredibly expensive, so he shut off their electricity. For 5 hours, the police station went dark, all because they gave a fine to the wrong guy. He rode his motorcycle without a helmet, and the police gave him a fine. But he was an electrician with access to the power grid, so he checked the records and found the police station.
I kind of want to see what. I don't know why I would rewatch half of that, by the way. My burn went off. I want to see what the comments say. Just unplugged the argument. YouTube short comment, but okay. Yeah, true. Cause I was like, did he just crash out and turn that shit off? He geeking. But nah. Pulling that lever must have been the most up. Yeah, he definitely was like, years. No blood, no violence. Zackdfilms Jr. Yeah, I do know this dude like makes me crazy.
What college life hacks do people not talk about enough?
What is happening?
If we dumped all of our trash into a volcano instead of a landfill, you might
let me see. Why can't we just jump trash into a volcano? Good question, let's see.
Think it would burn up and disappear, but most volcanoes aren't just open pits of lava. The magma is deep underground, normally under a hardened crust. Even if it was open, throwing in thousands of pounds of trash could disturb the lava. This could trigger a violent explosion that blasts molten rock and ash into the air. This would release huge plumes of toxic gas that could spread for miles. So instead of solving the trash problem, we would just create a far more dangerous one. If we dumped all of our trash into a volcano, the assistant was locked inside the box, and the magician reached for his saw to cut her in half. But suddenly, a man jumped up from his seat and ran toward the stage. He grabbed a nearby sword and stabbed the magician in the neck, thinking he was saving the woman's life. You see, they were in a small town where no one had seen the magic trick before. Luckily, the magician did survive, and later explained that the woman was never in danger. The assistant was locked inside
the Labrador Retriever and the
golden.
When the Ninja Turtle talks, tiny motors inside the head move his eyes, and these are controlled by an off-screen puppeteer using precise switches and levers to change the turtle's expression. At the same time, an infrared sensor tracks his mouth movements as he speaks, and a radio signal sends the information back to the head, moving the turtle's mouth in exactly the same way. The whole thing is powered by a battery pack, and the actor practices dozens of times with the puppeteer, making sure it all lines up perfectly before they start shooting. When the Ninja Turtle talks...
So does everyone like have their own engineer as well?
While riding on a hoverboard, the dentist yanked out her tooth. He then sent a video of it to his friends. Now, the patient was unconscious when this happened, and she had no idea she was being filmed or that the dentist was riding a hoverboard. But when they investigated, they found he was also embezzling millions of dollars, so the dentist was sentenced to 12 years in prison.
Got your ass cooked.
While riding on a hoverboard, the dentist yanked...
Fill your room with glitter.
Because there's no reason to do that. You got all your
You would press
years
the letter
just for that.
A on the keyboard, but the machine would light up a totally different letter. That's because inside were spinning wheels called rotors. Each rotor scrambled the signal in a different way, and every time you pressed a key, the rotors turned, changing the code again. By the time the message was done, the letter swap seemed completely random, but the machine could never turn a letter into itself, so an A could never become an A. Code breakers used this flaw to figure out common words used in the messages. Then they built giant machines to test thousands of possible solutions at a time, and this allowed them to crack the code and read Germany's secrets, helping them win the war. You would press the letter A on the goose pushed out an egg made completely of solid gold.
See, the thing about this is I don't know, like, time, like, I should pay attention to when I started this video. I don't know what's a decent amount of, like, shorts to, like, be like, okay, that's a long enough video. But I like commentary, so. And this is easy to digest stuff as well.
And when the farmer checked the next day, he found another golden egg. At first, he was thrilled. Each egg meant steady wealth for the rest of his life. But he eventually convinced himself the goose must have a pile of gold inside her. So he stabbed her in the neck and slid the knife all the way down to open her body, hoping to find all the gold. But inside, there was nothing. And now his goose was dead, which meant no more golden eggs. His greed destroyed the very thing that made him rich.
I would never, I'm so sorry. Plus, I can't kill a goose. I simply can't.
Want your
or
kids?
any animal for that matter.
He lunged at the old
like the same
man
guy.
with a knife after breaking in to rob him. But the 72-year-old was a former boxing champion, and in seconds, he landed 2 powerful punches straight into the burglar's face. The force of the punches knocked him backward onto the floor, with a bloody lip and a swollen black eye. And before he could
That shall be oral loss.
react, they restrained him, holding him in place until police arrived. The burglar went to prison, and the judge said he got exactly what he deserved. He lunged at the old man with a knife. The fake dice are squeezed between the cheater's fingers as they cover the real ones.
Oh, y'all know I know about all this. I'm a gambler.
Then they slide their hand.
You do about, I don't condone gambling. Nothing. Don't do anything in this video.
And off the table, using their thumb to pull the real dice out while releasing the fakes. Now, these replacement dice contain tiny metal weights on one side, so when they're rolled, the metal side tips down, letting the die land with the chosen number on top. And by swapping them out, cheaters can rig games while making it look completely fair. The fake dice are squeezed between the He lunged at the old man with a knife after breaking.
Oh, I don't fuck that up, y'all.
Want your kids to learn sign language? I found a program.
Oh,
The goose pushed out an egg.
Like,
Want your kids to...
no,
He lunged at.
no.
The fake dice are squeezed between.
I don't want to learn about no AI phone calls. Oh, sorry.
They would put on the earpieces and point the huge metal. If you circled the entire planet on a zip line, how long would it take you to zip all the way around? Well, at 40 miles an hour, you would be riding for 623 hours. That's about 26 straight days of hanging in a harness. Now, if you went 100 miles per hour, it would only take you 10 days. With that speed, the constant wind would dry out your eyes and make your lips crack and bleed. And since the sun would be shining on your face for 10 days, your skin would soon blister and peel off.
Really?
If you circled the entire planet,
Down air, side smash, air control.
Floyd, stop what you're doing!
Why?
I am from the future. You like going?
He was tied up and dragged from his pen.
God
He wasn't
damn.
a wild pig. He was a
Why they got
beloved
you like
therapy animal on a rescue farm. But two men stole him and staged a fake hunting video, pretending he had been caught in the wild. Then they shot him point blank in the head and entered him into a contest, winning $1,000 for first place. Later, they hung the pig's body from a tree and posted a rap video bragging about it, preventing his owner from ever giving him a proper burial. He was tied up and dragged from his pen. He wasn't a wild pig. He was a beloved therapy animal on a They propped a tiny cannon on top of a sundial and aimed it north. Then they dangled a glass lens right over the fuse. As the sun climbed higher, the light passed through the lens, and the lens focused that sunlight into a white hot dot.
Yep.
When the sun hit its highest point at solar
It's a
noon,
prompt
that
and
dot
a lot of
landed
moves.
on the fuse, causing the gunpowder to ignite and the cannon to explode. They propped a
Small
tiny
ass
cannon on top of a sundial and
No more.
Let's launch Windows 11.
Yeah.
Notice how
Shut the
quick.
hell up, damn.
they sliced
What's
a
this
thin
one
layer
horror
of
game?
skin from a dead
I did
person's
see this
body.
one out.
The shovel hit something as he was digging a hole in the yard. Now, at first, they thought it was an old fence
Is that a
post,
bomb?
but then they saw the handle.
Oh.
Buried just 6 inches down was a sword. It was rusted and missing a chunk of the blade. But when an expert saw a picture of it, they found that it was a cavalry saber from the Civil War, meaning it had been buried in his backyard for over a century. The shovel hit something
That's
as
kind of.
ChatGPT 5
Unique.
officially sucks.
Don't see it.
if you get stabbed
In
in
the
the
last video, I was just calling the robot a clanker. How about this?
it coils its body around
I
the
watched this as well. Shut up, Pokey. I do use that for school.
They would light 4 rockets on the dragon's sides, launching.
Might have to end the video.
You have to move all 4 discs to another.
Zackdfilms shit do be popping up. Yeah.
She was trying to pull her.
This is.
The dealer lays down 3 cards and tells you to follow the queen as he flips them fast. And when someone in the crowd chooses a card,
y'all know
it
I know all
reveals the
about
queen, and they win.
I'm not the
but once
dealer,
you
though.
step up to play and choose the spot where the queen is, it's the wrong card. You see, the dealer actually swaps the queen out with a sneaky hand motion before you can catch it. And the other winners in the crowd are in on the trick, pretending to
God
win.
damn, you
So
are
when it's
not
your
signal.
turn, you can never win.
Dang.
The
bro.
dealer lays down
Maybe
3
next
cards.
time.
They took a human skull from a burial.
Wait, you can never lose. You wait, no, what's that saying? When you end, it's like when you end the shit right before you win or something like. I have to search up the saying now. Where before you won. Oh, 99% of gamblers quit before they hit it big. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going.
Ground and cut off the top before cleaning and polishing it. Next, they would carve designs into the bone before attaching metal and precious stones. And this sacred bowl was filled with wine for use in religious ceremonies. It was offered to the angriest gods to symbolize blood. And others contained bread baked into the shape of eyes, ears, and tongues, all just to keep the gods happy. They took
What
a
if somebody eats it?
How rare
It's
is your
probably like bad luck or you're haunted or
The
something.
giant steel shovels slam into the ground in
These
a
are
circle
unique-
around the
unique
trunk.
as fuck, by the
Then
way.
they drive down deep,
We
slicing
as
straight
humans are
through
really
roots
smart.
as they form a cone-shaped
'Cause I've seen
basket
these
under the
before.
tree. Now, some roots are cut, but most are lifted inside the packed ball of soil. Then the hydraulics pull upward, raising the entire tree out of the ground. The spade carries the tree to its new spot, with the root ball still clamped tight inside the blades. The truck lowers the tree into place, and the shovels slide back out one by one, ready to keep growing. The giant steel shovels slam into the ground in a circle.
I feel like it obviously like varies. I'm scared. Why?
If you tried to hit a cannonball with a wooden bat, it would shatter into splinters and rip your arm right out of its socket. That's because a cannonball travels at almost 700 miles per hour. Now, a metal bat is stronger, but the cannonball would still turn it into shrapnel, and you'd still lose an arm. You would need a tungsten alloy bat 4 inches thick and swung with superhuman strength if you wanted to stop a cannonball. If you tried to hit a cannonball with a wooden bat, it would shatter into splinters and rip your arm right out of its socket. That's because
That's insane work if you think about it.
They put a rat in a small iron cage. Now it was provided with a bowl of drugs, along with excellent food and water. Once the rat tasted the drugs, it liked them and became addicted. After that, it stopped eating and drinking, and only consumed the drugs. Eventually, it overdosed and died. Then, the scientist built a huge rat park, took another rat and put it there. There were also drugs available. But this time, the rat was in an open environment. The rat was given many toys to play with, and tunnels for fun. It was also given other rats to socialize with. There were females too, so it could build a family. See, while rats in iron cages always overdosed and died in the end, on the other hand, rats in the park barely touched the drugs and lived happily. This experiment shows that it's not about the drugs, it's about your environment and purpose. They put a rat in
I mean, humans are rats, but I guess I don't think we have the same mentality or mind as rats, but I could be wrong. But they're often tough subjects for us, so we might have connection with rats in some way. I don't know.
Come on. You gotta run, stay low. You gotta run, stay low. You gotta run, stay low. You don't be scared though, because I'll do it for you. Because you're gonna get us hurt.
They smell it. They smell it. I gotta take this jacket off, bro. Hold on.
What?
Babe, you don't understand. It's a lot of pressure and intensity behind this. Huh?
Do it with force. Do it with force.
With force?
Yeah, like, just spit it up. Just go up there. Just go up there. Good job. Good job, boy.
It's working.
Good job.
Ooh, they dropping like flies, Cam.
Ooh,
Cam.
he did.
Hey, they dropping, boy.
He dropped it.
Ooh, they dropping like flies.
Boy, that was a close one.
This is kind of interesting.
Mission complete.
What exterminator? What exterminator, huh? I'm the exterminator, boy. Yeah, call me, man. Call me. Oh. You serious?
No.
What the fuck are you doing, boy?
Come on, gotta stay low.
Man,
I kind of want to watch that again, but just
everyone was wrong.
I don't know what's happening here, but I guess that's the end. I clicked on Zackdfilms channel, as y'all may see. I clicked on the channel and clicked the first short I saw, and we're just gonna keep going now. But hope this is long enough. Like I said, I can't really tell, to be frank. But I love watching these. As I said, I might just do that rather than this. I've been seeing it go around animation versus animator, animation versus Minecraft. I've seen both these series on Hoodie Dude's channel, and I've avoided them just so I can watch them on YouTube. Let's go though. Let me know what y'all thought in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want me to watch more Zackdfilms, let me know as well. And peace.